It's a fun place to come to. You will enjoy it if you come.
I like the story time.
Nice. What do you like?
Story time.
What'd you say?
Story time.
And what do you like?
Story time.
Nice.
The library.
What I like about the library is that it's a good place for me to come and study. I have plenty of room to spread out my books. And I love the internet service that's provided, such as the Wi-Fi, so I can get on my mobile devices and look up information for my classes.
I love the library. I've been a library girl since I was maybe 5 years old. I grew up very close to a library, so I could walk by myself and check out books and live in the fantasy of all the thrilling places and people, and it was just absolutely wonderful. So I have fond memories of the library, and I grew up really enjoying the library. And luckily I've lived in many cities like New York City that have very gracious and grand libraries. But when I moved here to Alexandria, it's just a wonderful community, maybe a slightly less a grand collection than the New York Public Library, but with all the branches, they certainly have maintained a reasonable range, and I'm here at least once a week, and it's wonderful that they've expanded online. It's so easy to request books, and that's why I'm here today. I'm picking up a book that I requested online, and it's just really, really wonderful, and I hope it continues for many more generations.
I really like the friendly, knowledgeable people at this library. Everyone is very willing to help and actually goes over the top with helping. Thank you.
Actually, I love that Alexandria Library. I've been coming here since 1958 as a child in first grade to be a day trip. And of course, I did much of my research in high school here. The library is the international flavor of all readings and education. And I wanted to be a Renaissance man. You can't get no more better than reading a little bit of Italian, a little bit of French, and a little bit of English, and from the ages. And Alexandria Library is very historical. In the sense, this particular branch is the 1939 sit-in, and you have the Duncan, then you have the Beatley, and they're accessible and very accommodating to all age groups, from early childhood to adult senior citizen. Thank you.
I think you can just...
Hello. I really like this library because they're always getting newer books, and the people are really friendly. It's probably one of the best libraries I've been to. Thank you. Bye.
Great. I have been coming to this library for over 3 years, as long as I've lived in Alexandria, and I love the library because it's a great place to learn new things and get new information. It's a great de-stressor, reading some of my favorite fiction, and it's free, and that's the best part, and I love it. That's why I love the library.
It helps me to improve my life and different subjects.
It's a nice library.
Use the computing for free, which is good for our financial situations. It's important, the service that the library provides us as a resident.
Thanks a lot.
And I appreciate.
What was that?
And I appreciate all the service they provide us. Thank you.
What do you do on the computer?
I'm looking for jobs, and I look at my Yahoo account because I'm expecting, emails to come in and stuff. I don't have it at home. So it's either here or the church, and I live really close, so I like coming here.
Could you say, I like using the computer looking for jobs?
Sure. I enjoy using the computer because I'm looking for a full-time job.
It's a nice, comfortable, quiet place to come and read.
I'm a senior citizen, and time on my hands, so I read a lot of books.
Is the price right?
Price is excellent.
The people here, it's just wonderful, all that you have to offer here. The programs, the books, everything. I have no room at home. I love books, and I have no room at home to accumulate any more books. So it's wonderful that I can come here to the library and have books that I can enjoy and so that other people will also have an opportunity to read them. I can use the Alexandria Library app on my phone to request a book, and the library staff will let me know when it's available, and when it is, I can come and pick it up.
I like all the books that are Star Wars, Ninjago, and all the superhero books. I really like the library. And I also like reading Dragon Masters. They go on an adventure to get more Dragon Masters.
Are books?
Books are really fun.
It's a place to come and relax and just read at your leisure time. And that's what I enjoy most about it. There is so much you can do and read and see in this library. And besides, it's close to home.
It's a great place to hang out.
We just love, my wife and I just love to come down to the library. The Rose Garden is open in the summers and spring. We sit out there. And I got to know of the book sale they have twice a year.
So we offer programs for children and teens ages 0 through 18. Every week we have a variety of story times for children of all ages. We've got family story times for all ages, 0 to 5. We've got baby time for babies 0 to 12 months. We have a special story time for 1-year-olds, a special story time for 2-year-olds, a special story time for preschoolers ages 3 to 5. We have a knit night program where volunteers come and teach children how to knit. We have a chess program where volunteers come and teach children how to play chess. We've got a code club for children ages 10 to 14, those tweens, and they're learning how to code with curriculum from Girls Who Code. We've got a Lego night, a make and take program where they make crafts. And we also have a homeschool STEAM class, which is a mini lesson with a hands-on component just for homeschool students. For Teen Tinker Lab, we have all kinds of really cool technologies that teens get to play with. So all of our story times for children have early literacy components in them built right into the story time. The things that we choose to do help build these skills, and we also give parents some tips about how they can continue to build early literacy skills with their children at home. Our programs are also a great opportunity for caregivers to bond with their children. We have many story times a week, and I think we have something for everybody. And also, I think the library is a really great place where children, no matter their economic status or their backgrounds, can get the same experiences as their peers. How we're a welcoming atmosphere. We're not trying to sell you anything, so you can come and with your family and really kind of relax here. It's a place you can come and study for as long as you want without feeling pressure to buy anything. It's somewhere you can bring your children and not feel pressure to really get them anything, and the things that you do take home are free with your library card. I think we provide a lot of resources for continuing education. I think if you or any member of your family is really curious and wants to explore kind of almost any topic, the library is a great place to come. We really would like you to come. For those that English is not your first language, we would really like you to come. We can have translation services to help communicate with people, even if they don't speak English. We also have free ESL classes. And so if anyone is kind of on the fence or curious about the library, we really encourage you to come in. It might look daunting from the outside, especially our big, beautiful building here at Beatley, but we're very friendly, and we just really want you to come and so we can help you find what you need and tell you about the services we offer.
We offer a lot of different services. As I mentioned, we process passports. We're an acceptance facility for the State Department, and we also offer online educational classes in a whole host of different topics.
Like what subjects?
We have online classes in computing, grants and nonprofit, business, different business topics, and personal enrichment like art and writing and cooking and all kinds of things like that. With the library card, they can take their online classes both here and at home. Passport services, essentially you bring all your documents into the library, you meet with a passport agent who will process and send them off to the State Department. We offer a lot of programs on everything from job searching and resume writing to gardening to arts and crafts. We also have a lot of vetted reference sources so people can find out true facts and real news. The library has evolved over time. It's not just checking out books anymore or looking at newspapers. We have a ton of online resources. It's a much more of a community space. We have a lot of kind of study carrels around the library that are just full all day long with people, doing research or working from home or doing other things like that. We have a lot of programs for children and for adults that people come for. So it's much more of kind of a social community space than maybe it was in the past. A lot of people come here when they're looking for jobs to use our computers to apply or to search for jobs online. We also often offer classes about how to do an interview and how to write your resume, and we've had programs where they have mock interviews where people can practice and things like that. We often team up with the Alexandria Workforce Development Center to put on programs related to that topic. I think that people like coming to the library because it is, a comfortable, quiet, safe space where you can, get work done. You can get some assistance if you're doing research or working on a project. Once my mother came by to take me to lunch and I gave her a tour and she was like, it's just so vibrant because there were just so many different people doing different things and working on different projects. A lot of people think that libraries are still just a place where you go to check out a book or to look up some facts, and it's really a lot more than that now. It's kind of a living organization that's always changing and evolving and growing, and I think a lot of people don't necessarily realize how many different things that we do and how many different hats librarians wear these days as far as the kind of assistance that they give to the public. We end up on any given hour on the desk, we might help someone, write their resume or print out their documents or learn how to set up an email account or something like that. And then additionally, behind the scenes, we're planning programs and we're finding speakers and looking for new resources to meet whatever needs the community has at that moment. And it's more than just picking out books and putting them on the shelf. So we do have a very extensive DVD and audiobook collection. We do probably get more audiobooks now as digital versions that you download through an app versus the physical CDs, but it is a very robust collection.
We host English as a second language programs for those that are looking for information and trying to better their English skills. There are so many different things that the library offers. We have and everything we do for the most part is a free service to the community, so we welcome everyone to our library. And everything we do for the most part is a free service to the community, so we welcome everyone to our library.
The people here, it's just wonderful, all that you have to offer here. The programs, the books, everything. I have no room at home. I love books and I have no room at home to accumulate any more books. So it's wonderful that I can come here to the library and have books that I can enjoy, and so that other people will also have an opportunity to read them.
I like the story time.
Nice. What do you like?
Story time.
And what'd you say?
Story time.
And what do you like?
Story time. I like the library.
What do you like?
I like the library.
Welcome to the Kate Waller Barrett branch of the Alexandria Library System. Let me show you around a bit. People can go to our online catalog and they can select items and place holds on those items. And those items will be transferred from one branch to the branch that they select for pickup.
And how will they know when they're ready?
They will get an email as soon as the item is checked in at the branch.
And then they can come pick it up?
And then they can come to pick it up. They have about 8 days to do so. Come on and check us out here at the Kate Waller Barrett branch of the Alexandria Library System. We welcome you.
We come to the children's section and we like all of the children's books and being able to share books and toys with the other children in a very calm, nurturing environment. He loves the library as he loves books. Daddy, you want to say hi?
was wonderful to get lost in a story, and so I love that libraries make books and stories available to all of us.
It's an adventure both for us and for the children when we take them.
We love that there are toys for the kids to play with. We, of course, love all the books. There's a great selection, and it's really helped my daughter learn to read early.
There's movies for kids, adults, and teens. There's a great selection of DVDs for children and adults.
We have a ton of programs for preschoolers and for babies too, and it's more than just reading stories, it's doing songs, and it allows them to have lots of social interaction before they may start school, and I think that's really beneficial to their development. Here's our selection of read-along or sing-along storybooks, and I think that they're super great in case you're ever in the car or something with kids. I know that sometimes it can be kind of difficult to entertain them while you're driving, so you can just pop in the disc and it will read it out loud for you so that your kids can be reading the book even though you're not physically reading to them.
Could you show me some of the pages of that book?
Sure, it's just like a regular book that you would...
Show me the cover first.
This is one of my personal favorites, and it's just like the regular book that you would find on the shelf so that you're able to check out the book, but you also have the added benefit of checking out the disc, and you can have that read to your children.
Nice. Anything else? Is there another one you could show?
You're really familiar with.
Show me some of that.
There's the disc. It's a storybook and a CD, and it also has the story inside as well.
So could you tell me something like, while they're listening to the story on the disc, they can go along with the pages?
Okay. While they're listening to the story on the disc, they can also follow along with the pages, and it can really help them learn how to read on their own independently.
Most of all, I like the selection, I love the people, and I love the location. I don't think libraries will ever be obsolete. And I worked in a bookstore until very recently, and I don't think books are obsolete either. Since there aren't very many bookstores anywhere, libraries are even more important, and we have to keep supporting them.
They have a story time 2 times a week, and my kid loves to go there, and he's a lot of fun. I love that they have a kids section with all the kids' book and play stuff, so when it's bad weather or just cold outside, we can come here, and he has a lot of fun and enjoys it.
I don't think that libraries are obsolete. I think that we are continuously reinventing ourselves to offer new services to the public. Libraries have come a long way from just having books, which is what we used to primarily focus on. And as new technology and new things have come, we've kept up with that. We have computers, we have books on CD, we have books online that you can read, both digitally and audio. We have, again, we do passports here. We have just all kinds of new, we have new technology, and we have things that go way beyond just having books on our shelves. Your library card, you can actually be a member of the library, a user of the library without coming in the doors. We have a number of customers who only use us online. They go online, they read books, they read articles, they download magazines, they can listen to books, they can read books, all with their library card.
Well, there's great resources. I mean, I'm traveling from out of town, and I can get on a public computer and do some work I need to get done.
Libraries used to be only the purview of the rich, so now we have public libraries which are endowed in some cases, and I think that it's an essential part of America. I think it's part of our freedom, so we need to keep it that way. If anything, libraries are more important now than they ever have been.
How so?
Just for access to information. A lot of people don't have computers, so they're forced to come and use the computers here. I use it for looking for jobs, information, keeping in touch with family and friends, and reading. I mean, there's still books here, and if you haven't read a book lately, come and read one. You know, it's a good thing.
Good interview. Thank you.
So I enjoy coming to the library.
Do you have a computer at home?
Yes, I do.
So why do you use the one here?
Well, my wife will use that at home at times, and this way there's less conflict. So. That's why. I like to read a business book every month. I usually prefer to get them from the bestseller list or the Wall Street Journal list. And when you're conversing with your friends professionally, it's nice to be able to say you're up to date. My college degree is 40 years old, so it's nice to be up on contemporary thought. Yeah, this branch is wonderful. It's more than adequate for most needs.
Here we're at the Local History Special Collections branch of Alexandria Library. It's a value to the community. It's sort of, I like to think of it as sort of the memory for Alexandria. And so there's a lot of, I think, historical value in that people come and want to discover sort of traces of their family, sort of, sometimes centuries ago. A lot of people are interested in sort of the homes they buy and want to know, well, what is the story that that home can tell them? So we have daguerreotypes, which is the first photographic format. We have albumin prints, we have glass plate negatives, we have Polaroids, we have all sorts of different photographic material. We also have manuscripts, so that's people's personal papers as well as business records. Your history is here, and so it's really the history of Alexandria. So your history is here. The memory of Alexandria is within these walls, and we are here to serve as a resource for you to connect you to that history. So your history is here. We're excited to connect you to that history. It's the memory of Alexandria, and it really is for you.
This space, we actually do a lot of assistance with people doing house histories, genealogical research for Virginia families. Genealogical research is also a big avenue here. We have a lot of materials on Virginia counties. We have materials that are glass plate negatives, daguerreotypes, a lot of correspondence related to the Lee family. So this is our rare book room. So these are some glass plate negatives. And I will put them over here so you can actually get an idea of what the image is supposed to look like.
What's that one of?
It's an unidentified gentleman in a garden.
From about when?
Probably 1870s.
Cool. And what does this show?
This is an African American family, as you can tell, prior to the turn of the century, prior to 1900. And we particularly love this image here because this young man here has such swagger to him. And it's actually really unique for this time period to have a picture of a whole family. I also brought out some of our yearbooks. This is 1932.
Is it a school yearbook?
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
And it has an impact because these are daguerreotypes. And again, because of the age, we don't really know who. But what's fascinating with daguerreotypes is it's one of the earlier types of photographs. And so gently. You can tell with this one, it actually is in two pieces. And so you can tell as you move it.
You can tell what?
It helps to identify what type, because you can have a daguerreotype or an amber type.
When would that have been made around?
This would have been probably anywhere from 1840 up through, you could go up through 1870, but...
In my opinion, this library is one of the most interesting places in Alexandria Old Town. But currently I am using this library to prepare my own case for naturalization. I am a permanent resident. This library helped me with print my documents, for example. And it's very quiet place. I like founder of this library.
You always feel safe, like you can just let your mind wander. It's a place of self-discovery.
Really powerful story. August 21st, 1939. 5 young men African American men entered this building one at a time, and they requested a lot.
The more we get together, the happier we'll feel. 'Cause your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll feel. Okay, there's a little.
The story inside as well.
What do you like about the library?
It's peaceful, it's quiet, we could concentrate, and the staff are very helpful. Yes.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
I love the library.